Hi, welcome back. We are now going to finish up program 7. So let's test where we were at. We were just, we had all of our features working. We have a $20 balance because we added money. Our S, B, A, and Q features are all working, but the feature that's not working is O for making a purchase. So what is involved in making a purchase? So let's take a look here. When we make a purchase, we're going to display the menu. That's very easy. So we can go ahead and call the display the menu function. We can display the balance as well. Might as well. We'll display the balance as well. It's nice that we have these functions so we can just copy and paste these functions in here. All right, so now let's see what happens when we pick O. I always like to test when I make a few changes. O. So I'm displaying my balance, I'm displaying my choices. If I pick a choice, nothing is happening because I have not finished implementing. So the first thing you want to do is you want to check we can use the check for enough money function. Now, luckily for us, we already have the check for enough money function in program 4. So we just go here to program 4, you have the check for enough money function, and we can copy and paste that here, and it's the same function. Now, if we want to test how that works, the problem is that we don't have the price yet. So we can't really call the check for enough money function yet because we need to get the price. So we display the menu, but the display the menu doesn't return any number or anything. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to use this other function called order price, but it's a pointer function because it uses an input-output parameter. So this function is going to you can display the menu here, or you can display the menu before you call it. Either one is fine. Then it's going to get the item number, take the item number, and set the price. It's passing a pointer, so it's going to set the value at. So remember that. All right, so another nice thing is in program 4, I already did this work, so I can copy and paste it. The difference is it's not going to use price, it's going to use value at price. So I need to put the cases in here and then change this from value at price pointer in each one. But other than that, if you used if else, it would be the same thing. You're going to take this input output parameter and change the value at the price pointer. All right, so that's all done. And I obviously don't need two defaults. So I've got that. This is the end of the case, end of the switch, beginning of the switch. So this asks for the item number, enter your selection, get your item number, and then sets the price. All right, so now I need to call this function. So after I display the menu, I'm going to call this function. This function has a void return types, but I do need to pass the address, and I'm going to pass the address of this variable called price. So after, I'm going to use a printf statement to test and make sure it is working as expected. So I'll put printf, the price in process option function is %.2f. I can remove this after. I just want to make sure that it's working as expected before I continue on. All right, so let's test it and see if it works. All right, enter my selection, O. Enter number 6, should be $4.50, $4.50. So that is working as expected, so I can get rid of this printf. All right, so now I want to check if I have enough money. So this function is going to take the balance and the price and see if I have enough money. So I'm going to check if I have enough money, and I'm going to see if this works by printing it out. All right, so now let's check this. It should return a 1 because the this returns a 1 if I have enough money. It returns a 0 if I do not have enough money. There's nothing on the menu that is more than $20, so I know I have $20 in my account. So it will return a, no matter what I pick for my purchase option, it will return a 1. Okay. If I want to get it to return a 0, I need to have not enough money. The way that I can correct that is I can go here to my file, my account balance that has $20 in it, and put $1 in it. If I put $1 in it, that's not going to be enough to cover anything. So when I run my program now, you will see when it connects, my balance is 0. So now any item that I pick, enough should return a 0. You do not have enough money, enough is 0. All right, so that function is working. So how do I make a purchase and how do I deal with a not enough money? So let's deal with not enough money first. So the initialization for the loop is this check for enough money. The test is here, so then we have to update. So it's going to initialize here. If it returns a 0, it's going to say, oh, you do not have enough, and then it's going to update. But if I don't do anything like reload, then it's just going to continually be a 0. So what I need to do is I need to reload, and reload, I already know how to use reload. So I just see how nice it is now to reuse functions. All right, so I'm going to reload and then continue to check, and it will continue. This loop will continue until it has enough. So I'm going to print enough before the loop, and I'm going to print enough after the loop. And I will print it inside the loop. Obviously, you don't have to do this. I'm doing this to practice. So I have $1. So if I don't have enough, it's going to continue until I do have enough. Let's make sure that this is working. Oh, I have $1 in my account. I'm going to pick number 5. I do not have enough. How much do I want to add? I want to add another $1. Now I have $2 in my account. I do not have enough. I'm going to add another $1. Now I have $3 in my account. I do not have enough. Now you can tell that I don't like the way that this is working because it should here inside of this loop, it should display the balance each time. So I'm going to take my view balance function and I'm going to display the balance every time I reload. And before I reload and after I reload. So let's try again. All right, so my balance is $1. I select this, it's $4.68, enough is 0. I'm going to add another $1. So now I have $2. I still don't have enough. And add another $1, add another $1, add another $1. Now I finally have enough. So now it exited the loop. All right, so I don't need to keep printing out what enough is because I know that that is working. I just printed those printfs. But the thing I don't like is every time that I try to make a purchase, it's not telling me the price. So I think I would like to add a feature here where it displays the price each time, right? So you view the balance and then display the price. So you should make it a good interaction for the user, but I'm not going to add that. You can add that. All right, so now I have enough and now it finally returned to 0. It's time to make the purchase. So in order to make the purchase, I don't want to make a purchase if the price was 0. That means that the user selected something that is not on the, not on the menu. So just to be sure, I put a little if condition there. Also to practice, I have a while loop here and followed by an if condition. They're not related to each other. And how do I make the purchase? I just say balance equals balance minus price. The same way I did in program 4. So hopefully this will help you to get started to do this assignment. And if, work through it, the more you do on your own, the more you learn. But this video is here to help you out.